Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we are super excited because yesterday was the first official day of summer. So that means that the 4th of July is coming up and we have prepared some very fun patriotic cookies. We have our flag platter and these beautiful airbrushed cookies, and we're so excited to show you guys how to make them. So let's go ahead and get started.
Our first step is to make our cookies, and we are using our signature sugar vanilla cookies. I will leave in the description box below the link for that video. For our second step, some of our cookies need to be on a stick. So let's go ahead and insert them. Just make sure you don't cut your cookies too thin so they don't break. For the following steps on how to finish baking the cookies, just go ahead and watch the video in the description box below.
Before we airbrush our cookies, we need to ice them. And by icing, I need royal icing. I'm going to use this royal icing that I bought ready. All we need to do is add water. And by adding water, I mean very little at a time until you reach the right consistency, because if you put too much water, you will ruin it and there's no coming back. Okay, so I'm happy with this consistency, and if you find it to be too runny, you can always add a little bit of powdered sugar. For now, we will leave it like this. This is a good time to put color to your icing. I'm going to leave it white, and I'm using these bottles. You can use icing bags, or if you don't have, you can even use a Ziploc, anything that you have here. So now that our cookies are iced and completely dry, we let them dry a few hours. We'll go ahead to the fun part, which is the airbrushing. There's a few things that we should do before we start airbrushing, and one of them is the stencil that we're going to use. And I love using this kind of stencil, just a piece of lace. I take it and I attach it to an embroidery hook so it doesn't move. And that's it. And this is something that you can use, you can wash and reuse. Obviously you will need an airbrush machine, and make sure you have your food coloring is for airbrush. Also, I do wear gloves because you will have stained fingers. And finally, I do use a clean and new cardboard box because the airbrush paint spreads all over.
Our cookies will be red, white, and blue. So let's start with painting all of the blue cookies first. And now onto the red, and make sure you clean your airbrush machine very well when switching colors.
I'm using these two super cute buckets that I found in the discount store. This one was white, so I decided to put this cute little ribbon to make it look more patriotic. And I'm also going to use these two styrofoams. So let's get started.
Now let's get started on our flag platter. We are using fondant for these cookies. Our first batch will be made with white fondant. In order to glue the fondant onto the cookies, we are using a preserve. Ours is an apricot preserve, but you may use whichever flavor you'd like. Put it in the microwave for 10 seconds before spreading. Our second batch will be made with blue fondant, and we are using food coloring to dye the white fondant. Add a few drops at a time until you reach the color you are happy with. For the red fondant, we are using a few drops of food coloring again, just until the right color is reached.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We hope you had fun. We know we did. And stay tuned for more videos. And of course, happy 4th of July. And happy birthday,